this is the crappy ending because you beat it on easy mode. You're like, no! Hi, welcome to another video from Cardboard East. My name is Jay. I play board games from Asia and share what I find with all of you. Today we're going to talk about 3 new games from Japan. Now these 3 games are from ArcLight Games, which if you haven't heard of, runs Tokyo Game Market, the world's largest independent publisher board game convention in the world. Like more independent publishers go there than anywhere else. And it's true, if you've ever been there, there are publishers from all over creation, all there for just 2 days. Some of them even just 1. But ArcLight Games is the publisher that runs it all and releases their own games. So today we're going to talk about a mahjong variant, a dexterity game, and a card drafting game. I'll let you know what I think about them. Hi, I'm Jay's editor, Jay. It takes a lot of work editing all these videos. So if you'd like to help me, help Jay, help you, please consider liking, subscribing, and joining our Patreon to help this channel grow, because it definitely does help. Welcome to Cats in the Tower! These are your goal cards. This is what you're going to begin the game with. Now, there are 5 of them. I recommend you start here at level 10. Can you get Toto and the red scarf to level 10? That is quite easy, but you can get to 13, 15, or 17th floor if you're looking for a real challenge, or if you're a hardcore gamer, 20. Which means you'll probably have to start the game on the floor because it gets quite tall quite fast. Now, once you complete this, you can flip it over and you'll get a special little story here just for you. Now, this is the wuss ending. If you get all the way to here, you get the real ending for real gamers. But we're going to start here at 10. Now, the first thing you're going to do on your turn is you're going to look here. And you're going to choose between one of these 2 cards. Now, this one says you could take 2 wall pieces and a hex, and you're going to increase that. Well, which 2 wall pieces are they? Well, here are 5 different kinds of wall pieces here, and this shows you all the iconography and where they're located. This shows you the height, and that's because this and this are not the same height. You can see they're off just by a little bit. So it can be quite different, and this shows you, okay, I'll take these 2, I'm going to take these 2. So now you just fold this in half. Then that's where the little bricks come in. Maybe you put it here, you take this, you fold this, now I have a little window, and then your hex right here, level 2, and then you plop it down. Easy peasy. And that's this card. Then you're going to check these goal cards. Is this true? If so, Toto moves up to 3 levels. So he's on level 1, he can go up to level 2, level 3, and even level 4 if you've built that level. But this doesn't happen, so you continue the game and you draw another card. Now, this one shows that you have 1, 2, 3 choices now. What are these choices? Well, this one means that you simply just take the blue cat and you place it on the floor directly above Toto. So maybe I just do it like that. Check, right there. Okay, and then this would go away. Is this true? No? Well, then we go on to the next one. And on these go. Now, they'll tell you usually it'll be one of these like this or one of the previous goals where you add walls or add a cat. Add walls, add a cat. Every time you add a cat, it's 1 floor above where Toto is. Now, these walls can be quite tricky because you can see these 2 are right here and these 2 are right here. And it gets a little tricky because it does get wobbly really quickly. Now, what do these mean? Well, this means if you have 2 blue cats on the level above Toto, and one is on top of the other, meaning you'll have to do something ridiculous, kind of like that. Then he can move up. Well, maybe he can move up to like the 3rd floor if you built it. And that's it. That's the whole game. This will tell you what to do, and this one adds the tension. Now, these are quite nice. It's especially nice when something tells you to move one of these red cats because they're quite small. But some of them might require, the big fat cat, which is, he's heavy, and he adds a lot of weight to the tower, which is not necessarily a good thing. This right here, though, is my favorite part of the game because these are uneven. Like these are not even at all. One cool fact is that all the pieces in the original Jenga were not the same shape, causing it to wobble and be a little bit tight. This one is designed the same way, and that way this tower will begin to wobble as you slowly get up to level 3, 4, 5, level 10, and level 20 if you can. So far, we haven't gotten to level 20 yet. There are rules about walls falling down, making that it's now called debris. I believe if you have 5 debris, the game ends. But if a floor falls off, well, then you just put it back here. But eventually you... Oh! See? It happens. You want to get Toto to move up. And that is how to play Cat and the Tower. Welcome to Rikka and how to play. One person is going to get this. This is the starting player fireworks. Kaboom! And then you're going to give everyone 5 tiles. Now the game will provide you with these. They're quite nice, and they just place them here. You'll take 5 random ones, and then on your turn you'll simply draw a tile, add it to your hand here, and then discard one of your choice. I'll take this one and discard it, and you're going to discard it face up. And the next player, they're going to take any tile here, whether it be face up or face down, add it to their hand, decide if it's something that they want or not, and then find one that they don't want, and then discard. And you're going to repeat this process until you get a set. What does that set look like? Well, the game gives you one of these. This is a player aid. Everyone gets one of these. Oh, it's all in Japanese, but don't worry. I'm here to help you. There are 3 that you're looking for. This is 1 point. This one is 3 points. And if you're uber cool, you can go for the 6-point one. Now, the first point is going to look something a little bit like this, where all the cards, oh no, all the tiles all have the same color on the bottom here. So you can see they all have the blue 5. Then up top, it could be a range of anything. And in addition, if any of the tiles you have this little star dot, then it's worth an additional point. So this is worth 1 plus 1, 2 points. Or you could also go for the, wow, that really screeches, doesn't it? You can go for this one. So as you can see here are the 3s on the bottom, and then there's a sequence on top, 2, 3, 4. Same on the bottom, 4, 4, 4, sequence on top, 1, 2, 3. Now if you could do this is worth 3 points, but just like before, if you have a tile that has a little star in it, that is worth an additional point. So that's 3 plus 1, 4 points. Oh, that one wasn't as bad. Hey, pretty good. Or you could be really cool and go with this. Everything's the same on the bottom, and it's a sequence of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is worth 6 points, and it'll always actually be worth 7 points because the doubles, and they're ranges of 6, 1 through 6, 1 through 6. The doubles always have a star here. So this will be 6 plus 1, 7 points. If you're the first person to do that, you'll simply just show your hand and declare it's the end of the game. But maybe one of the other players who didn't go out, maybe they're looking at their 5 tiles and go, hey, I am 1 away. And they just point to that tile, and multiple players can point to the same tile. And if so, they also get to score their hand. Otherwise, you don't score their hand. Then you'll follow those points, as I said before, 1, 3, and 6 points, plus 1 for any star tiles that you have. You'll get the tokens here and place them in front of you. The first player marker will go to the next player, kaboom, kaboom, and then the first player to get to 10 points wins. But there are these extra rule cards. And no, don't worry, they're all in Japanese. Don't run away. But they are all, you can add these rules. You add 1, you can add 2, you can add them all. They'll all add something a little different. So this is, let's see, 5 points here. And this means that you'll have 3 pairs. So if you can see here in this example here, this is 1 pair, this is 1 pair, and this is 1 pair. Or you could do this one. This is 5 points, but you don't get the star bonus here. And that just means you get everything with stars. So look, all stars here. So that's 5 points, no star bonus. This one here is that you just get all the doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 3 points, but because you get the star bonus, it's actually worth 9 points. So that's a comeback chain right there. This one is worth 3 points without the star bonus. And this just means you have 3 colors. So you can see here, they have 1, 4, and 5, just 3 colors. That's all they need. 2, 3, and 6, just 3 colors. That's all they need. Let's see, this one. Yes, this one is, this is checkmate. So essentially what that means is, let's say, for example, you're playing with this hand here, and all you need is a 1, 4. Instead of drawing tiles, you'll say checkmate. And then instead of taking a tile and putting it into your hand, you're just going to flip it over and show it. Nope, that's not it, and then that's your turn. You're going to keep flipping until you find the piece that you're looking for, and then you show that you win. The whole idea is that you're one tile away from winning. So if you're able to pull it off, you'll get an additional bonus point. Ooh, a backfire. Now, as I said before, you'll discard your tiles face up. If someone discards a tile face up, you can interrupt at a turn and say, that's my tile, take it, finish your set, and then you will score points to whatever amount that you need. But you don't get these points from the bank. You get it from the points. You get the points from the player who discarded this. So it's pretty brutal, but you want to make sure that you're playing it at the right time because you don't want to steal points from someone who has no points. And that is how you play Rikka. Welcome to Gift Crafters. You are building plushies for who? For this guy, the king. This is the king, and he wants the best plushie in the land, so you're going to build him one. At the beginning of the game, every player is going to take their cubes, put them over here on this little part here, the scoreboard that says 0, ta-da. I'm going to push that off to the side. Then you're going to take your cubes and put them onto each of your resources here. So you see I have 4 resources here. I pushed them off a little bit so that way you could see the icon. And on this board here, you'll see they have a few more resources. This one here we'll talk about in just a little bit. And then you have 6 cards here from the deck of all the plushies, and then you're going to randomly choose 6 here. Now there are quite a few in the game, and they are all double-sided. So you see this is pre-steroids, post-steroids, this is tiger in a donut, this is leopard in a donut, this is two crows, that's 1 crow, octopus. They all have, whoa, that's scary. They all have different ways of looking and double-sided, and they are slightly different with different powers. Now, there are quite a few in the game as well. It doesn't matter if it's front side or back side. It absolutely does not matter. They do have a recommended set that you start with, but anyway, we're just playing with these today. The next thing you're going to do are take these resource cards, which are double-sided. You're going to shuffle them up, and you're going to deal 7 to each player. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you're going to draft these cards. So you're going to look at your cards, and you're going to choose between the ones that you want. Well, maybe I'll just take this one. And I'll take the front here. So I get blue schematic and 1 red. 3, 2, 1. You'll place it down, face up, or you'll place it face down. They're all the same, face down. They're all this blue box with the heart schematic here. But let's say I place this one here. So that's red and blue schematic. So my blue schematic is going to go up to 1. My red is also going to go up to 1. Then I'm going to take these, pass it to the player on the left, and the player on my right is going to give me more cards. And just like before, you're going to draft, pick one, place it face up or face down, up to you. Maybe I'll do this one. I get 2 white. Then I pass to the left, and then the player to the right goes. And you're going to do this on and on and on. And then eventually you'll have 6 cards in front of you. And maybe you'll have some resources. Let's just throw some resources here for you. Maybe you're here, maybe you're here, maybe you're there. Maybe something like that. Maybe something like that. Your last card you'll get, which would be card number 7, is never going to enter play. You're just going to take it and throw it back in the box. Boom, it's gone. Then you're going to look at the resources that you have. You're going to look at all the plushes. And you're going to see that each plush will have a cost to build. So 1 white, 3 red, and 2 blue. And then you say 3, 2, 1. And then everyone is going to take their cube and place it on a plush that they can build. So everyone's going to go, maybe I'll go here, they go here, they go here, they go here. And you could build the same plush. It does not matter. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to look at your card, and you're going to look here. Now, maybe they have this little book ability, which takes place later, but maybe, just maybe, they have this little scissor ability here, which takes place immediately. Then you're going to immediately activate this ability below. Once you do that, then you're going to look at the points on the card. So look at this one. He'll give me a rat and 3 points. So I'll give myself a rat, and then I go to the victory point card, and then I'll give myself 3 points here. And then once I build that plush, let's see, I build 0, 4, 2. So this goes down 0, this goes down 4, this goes down 2. After I build that, I choose blue, red, or white, one of these resources, and I transfer all of it into these crowns here. So I have 3 here. This goes down to 3. This goes up by 3. Huzzah! Then you're going to look at all the other players. Whoever has the most crowns, well, they get 3 points, and the second place gets 1 point. So then you're going to add those points to here. Then, after you've done that, then you'll activate your plushie power. So if your plushie has this little book here, then you will activate it. And they all do something different. I had to create a little shorthand here for the ones that I did. So this one is, if my red boxes equal the number of mice I have, then I'll get 3 points. If each cube is on a card, for every cube that is on a card that gives you 7 points or fewer, then I'll get 1 point here. This one is, I could trade all of these crowns for points. I can, if the cards that are left and to the right of this card have nothing on them, then I'll get 2 points each. So all the cards are going to do different things, and you'll activate those abilities. Then you're going to look at your heart and star schematics, and here's what they look like a little bit closer up. Stars and heart, star-crossed lovers, and you're going to multiply that. So I have 1 times 1, and then I'm just going to get 1 point here. Not doing great. Then you're going to look at the mice, and you have a mouse here, so you can see that I had a mouse here when I drew this card. Whoever has the most mice will get 3 victory points. And then last but not least is, well, you have to be efficient in this game. So I'm going to look over here and see how many more resources I have. Well, I have 1 blue and 2 lint, so that's 3. Then I'm going to look over here at the dumpsters that I have, and you can see here, here's the dumpster. So 3, and I had 1 dumpster, minus 1 is 2. Then you're going to consult this chart. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's how many over I am. Then I will lose 1, 3, 6, 10, 15 points. So you can go up rather quickly on this track, go right in front of the king, and then lose a whole bunch of points too. That is possible, and I have seen it done many, many times. Then, after that, the is done. Whoever is closest to the king or furthest past the king wins Gift Crafters. First, let's talk about Gift Crafters. Now, if you do not speak Japanese, do not read Japanese, then there is a lot of sleeving and pasting that you will have to do because there is quite a bit of text. And it's a shame because I don't think it needed it. I don't think it needed to be written out. I think all the effects on all the cards could have been done with clever iconography. And I think it's a real shame they didn't explore that development. Overall, though, I have mixed feelings about this. I really like that there are lots of cards on it. The art is great. The theme is great. But it just seems that after I draft the resources, and then after I make my plush, there is this huge list of like doing things with all my resources. And it's hard to keep track of, like mentally in your head. And it seems like I kind of wish it was a little bit more streamlined for a game that is like this, because I'm confused as to who this is for. Because I feel that this is too complicated for people who want like a nice light card game, and then it's too light for people who want like a big, heavy game experience. That being said, like because it's so fast, you don't really have much of a chance to pivot. Like you pretty much have to decide which plush you're going for as you're drafting, and then come up with your plan to score points after that. So you could pick one person who's going to give you lots of points, and then maybe they have a special power that transports lint, and then you want to get a lot of lint that you could exchange that for something else, so you could rack up a lot of points. Be that as it may, it's and it's kind of hard. Like I rarely never succeeded in what I was doing. It's just a question of everyone at the table mentally comes up with their own strategy, and then we all just see who can execute that strategy better and which strategy was better. So it is short. It's like maybe 10 minutes, but I feel that I wanted something a little less heavy and a little faster. And when you have so many resources in a game, you really need to use those icons a lot more often. Another thing is that when your cube is at 0, it's hard to see what that resource is. So you may have to move it around, and it's a little frustrating. I would like something with fewer resources, a little bit more streamlined, and I think this could have been a perfect game with a little bit more development. So overall, I give this a 7. It's a game I wouldn't suggest, but if someone said, Jay, I want to play this game, I would say, yes, let's do it without hesitation. Gift Crafters. Going from heavy to light is Rikka. Now, Rikka is a variant of Mahjong or Rummy. And essentially, you're just drawing that tile, then discarding a tile. And you happen to get all 6, and you drop it down. And it's very, very light. It takes literally like a minute to teach. And it's very relaxing and pleasant. Nice to have at the end of the night. The production of this is fantastic. The tiles look fantastic. And when they are in the light, and the light is reflecting off of that, it's so colorful. It's absolutely gorgeous to look at. Now, there are some extra cards for some added rules. None of them are that difficult. They're all in Japanese, but I found the English translation online, and it's quite honestly, like, I don't really need the Japanese for the cards because it's really, really simple and straightforward. Go for sets, go for this, get things with stars, and I really enjoy this. This is a nice, pleasant way to end the night, or if you just want something nice and breezy, for a nice, simple game from 2 to 5. My wife really enjoyed this. I enjoyed this as well. And I would recommend this to any family or anyone who's interested in a nice game with quality production. Last up is my favorite of these 3. It is the dexterity game. I'm not the biggest dexterity game fan, but this one is really, really good. Now, I have Your Penguin. I've played like Rhino Hero, and now there's Cat and the Tower. And I gotta say, out of the 3, this one is by far my favorite. I think it's that gut punch of the story where you're reading the story for the first time, and it's like, hey, Mom, don't worry, I'm coming. And then it talks about how this cat is going off with his friends to climb this tower so he could get close to the stars because his mother passed away and he wants to see his mother one last time. What? And it's really brutal. Like I love the cleverness of I have 2 cards. I could choose maybe 2 to 3 actions. I can add a cat or build a tower up. And I love that that is tense on its own. But you have these goal cards saying that like you have to have these cats right above Toto to a certain level, and then the cat can jump up twice or 3 times. So there's this incentive for you to build the tower up, get those cats right above Toto, and then he could jump up higher. So you don't want to move the cat that much, so you want to build the tower as high as you can. And that's a really fun balance there. But perhaps the most genius thing about this is that unlike Rhino Hero and Your Penguin, the walls here, none of them are even. Like they're all uneven. They're all different heights. So it's always going to slant just a little bit. And it's funny how you have these fat cat cards, and you're like, you want to get rid of the fat cat cards sooner, because as it gets like 7 or 8 and it says like put that fat cat there, you're like, no, we can't do that. That's way too hard. I have gotten it once to the cat to get to level 10, and that's easy mode. And I felt very much like an 8-bit Nintendo game or a Famicom game where like you beat it, this is good job. This is the crappy ending because you beat it on easy mode. You're like, no. So 10 is easy. Like if he goes up, the cat goes up to 10 floors, and then there's like 13, 14, and then 20 is like hard mode. And it's funny because if it's 20, you can't play this game on a table. You got to start on the floor because there's just There's just no way. You'd have to slowly build it up through the course of the game. And I'm really tempted to do that so I could see the ending. Now, I will say that on those goal cards, on the 10, the 15, the 20, like there, when you finish it, you're supposed to flip it over, and then there's a little story. And those stories are like, this is kind of lame. This is okay. This is super touching. And then this one here, and then the last one rips your heart out. And it's, I don't want to say anymore. I'll let you discover it on your own. But for a cooperative dexterity game, it's funny how much the story resonated with the people that I played with. When I show this to people, they're like, oh, let's help that cat. Let's help that cat get to his mom. And you are fully invested. And I think that's a really stroke of genius, of having a nice theme there that really gets all the players invested in the character almost immediately, and you care about the cat going all the way up. Now, I will say that like there is text on the cards, but it's fine because all the iconography is super, super clear. Like you look at that, it's like, oh, does that mean this? It's like, yes, it means that. It's like, okay, fine. So I kind of wish that it didn't have any text because I don't think it really needed it. They could have just erased that and just had the images and just have the cards. I think that would have been a smarter choice. Something that I think like gift crafters could have taken a note on. But overall, I'm like super happy about this game. I really like this. I enjoy playing it, and I think this one's gonna stay on my shelf for a very, very long time. Now, I do love Mahjong, but I don't like keeping the scoring of Mahjong because it's very, very complicated. I grew up playing Hong Kong version of Mahjong, so like Rikka is a nice way to get back into Mahjong with like zero like rules overhead. So like these two are the ones that resonated best with me. Gift crafters, not so much. But if you're heading to Tokyo Game Market and you're really curious to see what ArcLight is offering this year, and I believe most of these games are available on Amazon JP. I could be wrong about that. But these are my thoughts and what I think. Once again, my name's Jay. I play board games from Asia and share what I find with all of you. I put a link to a video that I think you'll enjoy, and I'll see you there.